All right, the circle. I was watching the little circle, but now we're live. Hello, everybody. I'm just checking the comments. People are saying, yeah, we're still waiting, or did it freeze yet? Um, yeah, user interface change. Oh, okay, yeah. Uh, and of course, I realize, we've got folks tuning in from North America and Europe, and so we talk about the weather in one area. It may not be the same, everywhere. But yes, here in North America, there is a massive Arctic uh, air mass that's slowly making its way uh, further south. Right now, it's probably in the 30 degree range Fahrenheit here, and I'm not very handy with conversions to Celsius. But and it's started raining. We're probably going to switch where I'm at from rain to freezing rain later tonight, and they're saying that the temperature is going to get to sometime later this weekend. The bottom threshold is somewhere around like 9 degrees. So, again, to give you a point of comparison, 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius. So it's going to be below 0 Celsius um, here for a good bit. So, yeah, much of this week for me was spent just getting things ready. And it sounds really mundane, but getting your housework and stuff like that done ahead of, inclement weather is actually a really good way to prepare so that, you're not sitting there with dishes in the sink or clothes that need to be washed, and then, city waterworks freezes up and you don't have any water, which happened to us 5 years ago, actually. So little things like that, making sure that, you have food cooked and things like that. What some of the smaller time, weather people, because I've noticed that, you've got guys on YouTube and guys with blogs that, do weather forecasts, and they're not like the big guys. And there's a couple of major weather forecasters that, I won't name drop, but they tend to be better at sensationalizing than, and they tend to focus on certain areas of the country to the detriment of the rest of us. We're like, okay, lake effect snow, that's great. Well, what about us here? So the little guys, they like to say things like, don't be scared, be prepared. And so that's, a helpful thing to know. And for our friends that are in Europe, I know the weather, it's still winter, and I know there was some heavy snow earlier. Hopefully y'all are digging out of that. And, things like that. I see public service announcements and, resources and things like that as a good thing that churches and temples and little groups like ours can do, because it's actually doing something good for the community, even if it's just the community of folks that come together to be Kemetic. So anything that we can do to, share resources and help each other out is doing what a church is supposed to do, I think. So, so if you're in one of those areas that's forecast to get snow, freezing rain, whatever, go ahead and do some laundry, do your dishes, whatever, get all that done now before you have any disruption of service, because they're expecting a potential blackouts because of ice, causing trees and power lines to come down. And yeah, what I noticed is that if, especially down here in the South, they think, oh, well, we're not going to have weather that cold very often, right? Well, it was only 5 years ago. So, I guess I'll be able to report to you next week if we actually had, any power outages or water, shut off. But we'll see. But I spent the week getting prepared. So, one of those things. Yeah. Hey, spicy. Yeah. Okay, so snowy. Hmm. Yeah. Hi, Half Moon. Oh, okay, and so Spicy saying 4 to 7 inches and a half inch of ice coming this way on Sunday. Um, oh goodness. Oh, I love what you said. I live in Northern Europe in Estonia. The snow is what sorts out the weak from the strong. Yeah. Yes, and I love how you put that. And yeah, up where you're at, absolutely. Because if I remember my geography right, you guys are facing the North Sea, so yeah, you guys get cold that here we couldn't even spell. So um, all right, okay. I think Darren is wrapping something up right now, so he's going to be joining us in just a couple of minutes. And I tell you what, one other cute little thing. Our little ducky has been the most adorable little barometer because a couple of days ago she was really active and like exploring and going in places where she normally wouldn't, and just checking things out and eating lots of dirt out of the plants. But the last day or so she's been like really homebody, kind of like just finding one spot to park and cuddling up. And what's funny is a couple of hours ago I was doing things, getting ready, and she came looking for me. And when I went back out to the living room with her, she went and she sat down and cuddled up. It's as if she went to come get me. And then once everybody was together in the living room, she, settled back in and tucked her bill under her wing so she could, bed down, which that's their instinct. They know, okay, bad weather is coming. It's time to hunker down. And she wanted to make sure her people were together so she could hunker down, because not long after she did that, I started to hear the rain, hitting the vent on the roof. It makes a particular sound. So that's how we know it's raining. And so she was just a few minutes ahead of the weather. So that's been amazing. She's so smart. That's another great lesson is, learn to listen to your animals, pets or just animals around you. They will tell you things if you just pay attention and learn to interpret their signals. We're still, she's still teaching us a lot, but she has let us know definitely there's weather coming, you want to stay in. So, but tonight we are honoring a Going Forth of Djehuty, and we're also honoring one of the 4 feasts on the calendar for Wadjyt, which we know about because there happened to be a stela recording a decree by King Thutmose III saying, well, the temple's going to have this much in terms of supplies for these festivals on these days. It's a royal decree that, you'll have, this much bread, this much oxen, so on, in order to make the offerings for the appropriate feast days. And, it sounds kind of like an inane business, transaction on the surface, but, that also tells us, oh, well, these would have been particular holidays. Imagine someone getting, a record of like someone's Christmas bonus and, then their end of year bonus or whatever. That gives you a clue to, oh, well, this was an important point, in the year. And so that's when, it was considered appropriate to, give people, extra money. So that's how we know a little bit about her calendar, because the temple itself is not well preserved. It's one of the sites in the Delta, but the that one monument, that document tells us that, oh, well, she had festivals throughout the year, and one of them was an entering the sky, and there were a navigation feast, and this happens to be one of the 4 feasts that she has throughout the year. So it's like, okay, we'll honor Wadjyt and Djehuty. And of course, we're definitely going to be lighting our candles for Sekhmet and for Mahes, so that they can look after everybody, especially with all the wintry weather that, is going on for, a lot of the country. Anyone living west of the Rockies is probably not having as much. My understanding is that it's still pretty mild for you guys, but I did hear that Salt Lake City had an earthquake earlier this week, like a 4.5, I think, on the Richter scale. So Geb must have thought something was pretty funny. And I hope everyone out there is okay. Mm. Okay, so so okay, and yeah, Divination is saying daylight savings time doesn't mean anything where I live because the universe for Estonia specifically is really indifferent to human convenience. The sun comes up at 5 in the morning in summer, so when I wake up at 6, I get blinded by the light. Oh goodness. Um, yeah, the further north you go, though, the more it's like daylight savings time. What's that? Yeah. And Gabriel says, I want to thank you all for the prayers and the love. I'm feeling better mentally and trying a new supplement in addition to my old one. So far, so good. That's great. All right. Yeah, and so Darren will be joining us in just a few.
Oh, yeah, I would like either a fortune or a wisdom text, whatever it comes to you.
Yeah, when we get to that. I did look up and compare the wording on last week's, and I wrote it down on the back. So I'll when we get to that point, I'll refresh everyone on what we drew last week. And I need to post the pictures on the Facebook group. It's just that concentrating on getting ready for a winter storm, so that ended up keeping me from doing a lot of other things. But let's go ahead and get started. But yeah, when I read about the earthquake in Salt Lake City, I immediately thought of Kit Fox and Sebekekaway, and so hope they're all right and didn't have anything get shaken off of a shelf or something. These cool waters are upon my hands. They purify me. This technique purifies me. Hail unto you, Ayunachiru. We'll save some of these for Darren. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Purity is within our hearts. And we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come, oh come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now, has been with us in the past, or will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes We are all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we're going to light our candle for Djehuty. To honor him in his going forth. And for Mama Sekhmet, that she may bring peace and healing and strength to all those who need it. And to Mahes, that he may protect everyone who's in the path of severe weather this weekend. You arise in the Alketis Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Djehuty, O Wadjyt, O Unutru, you lords and ladies of love and life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Asfet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, the cool waters that are the inundation. They may cool your hearts. O Unutru, we give to you this eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Unutru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you and cleanses you. It adorns you, takes its place upon your hands. O Unutru, we give to you this eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Unutru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. Hi, Boo.
We got him.
Got. to?
Heart.
Oh!
The tickets are bought.
Oh, nice.
They're in my phone.
Okay. March 1st. What day of the week is that?
Sunday.
Oh, okay, cool. So we don't have to reschedule anything.
The doors open at 6:30. The show starts at 7:30.
Okay. Oh, for context, everyone, Darren just bought us tickets to see the group Heart.
Yes.
If you were alive in the 70s or 80s, then you knew who Heart was.
And if you don't, get yourself an education.
I will say this: Ann Wilson was blessed by Hathor with a voice that is absolutely divine. So, oh, now that you're here, are you up for a little bit or not? Not just yet. So the changes in the weather have been playing hell with his joints. So,
I can't.
I
physically can't.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to ask Mama Sekhmet to help your knees a little bit. But, all right, we're gonna hold off on the cool waters just yet. But let's continue with our other offerings. Because even though the land was about to be covered with ice and or snow, that's necessary for the cycle to continue and for us to have a good spring. The ground has to rest before it can be tilled and planted again. But that's coming soon enough. And so the gardens will prosper, and Happy rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus be with wine, O Ra, O Djehuty, O Wadjyt. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Djehuty, is Wadjyt within their houses. Pure are the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Djehuty proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure for Ra Horeketi, for Wadjyt, for Djehuty, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Djehuty, O Wadjyt. Come to your bodies, O Yonashuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba, to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Djehuty, before Wadjyt. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Ora Horketi, and your son, the Osaranisu, Nevkeparura. Your foes retreat from you. And Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. From the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. We light this candle that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way into light. And we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Orechta henket kakao apdeus naturmerha kut nebet nafra waberal kad naturim cow and achupunibu machunibu hiranatura. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, the cause of all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. Oh, okay. Rebecca, you're saying you feel bad for the folks who don't have winter coats and stuff for this weather, like in the South. Well, I can say this. Some of us are smart enough to do that because I have a wool winter coat, and Darren has one of those bearskin hoodies that some people see ads for all over the place on YouTube.
I'd like to be able to go buy the pants.
Yeah,
go with them.
But there are those of us who are smart enough to actually get winter clothes. But then, you're going to see the other people on YouTube that are out there in like pajamas and sweaters or whatever, and being silly because they don't think you need this stuff, but you really do. Even if it's only once a year, still better to have it than not. And what if you travel? But
while on the subject, folks tend to think, when they think of Egypt, they think of purely hot. They don't know that when the sun goes down, everywhere outside of the Nile Valley directly gets really cold.
No, it's funny. Tamir's also saying it got cold in ancient Egypt too. They bundled up a little more and used braziers in their homes. Yes, they did. It's funny. Rebecca's saying, of course, I used to live in Wisconsin where people would run around in the snow in shorts and Crocs when it was well below zero. Yeah.
Yes, but y'all were alive on cheese. Y'all lived on some of the best cheese in the world.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want to send me some of that, I'm not going to complain.
Well, she doesn't live there now, but
damn it.
You were once some Wisconsin brick cheese, yeah.
Or spread, I don't care.
Yeah. But the sarcastic was asking if you're the type to feel storms in your bones.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But it's different. It's not because of how some people they break a bone and they'll feel it afterwards. Although you do have,
believe me, from the knee down on the right side, which is where I'm feeling it. I know.
Is that the leg you broke?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Darren actually broke his leg and when you were what, 12? Okay, falling off a scooter, doing stuff you weren't supposed to, and yeah. So some people break their leg falling off a bike or whatever. He fell off of a power scooter.
It was a powered bike. I still did it.
Yeah, yeah. So
how does a cripple break his legs? Interestingly, that's how.
Oh goodness. So yeah. That's one of those after hours kind of stories. But, oh.
Other than the vulgarities, not really.
Yeah. Oh, and Zabela, thank you for the super sticker for my dad who needs help with his dementia and such. Oh goodness.
God bless.
Yes. Okay, let me see if there's. Oh, here we go. There we go. Sure wasn't a hoverboard. Back to the Future era.
I was told not to speak of those things.
Hold on.
I still want the clothes that'll automatically blow dry you.
Yeah.
I want the shoes that'll lace themselves.
I don't know. I can't think of a piece of technology that I want that we don't have yet. Maybe with robotics and embodied robots, but that's a whole other discussion. And I save that kind of stuff for my Substack actually. So just a little bit of a plug there. So let's read for Djehuty and then for Wadjyt. Hail and praise unto you, O Djehuty, thrice great God, the son of Ra, Lord of Kemetic, wise one in Inu. You report to Ra every morning. Messenger of humankind, you know people by their speech and judge them by their deeds. Those true of voice before Osir, their names are in your list. The Aeneid gives you praise as you guide the bark of millions, as you cast out the evil one, as you change strife into peace. You know all secrets, all books, all deeds, the fleeting moment, the hour of night. No report to Ra is forgotten. Your words endure for eternity. Friend of the people, wise and impartial, great one, Lord of Ma'at. Hail, O Wadjyt, great goddess. Hail, O Wadjyt, eye of Ra. Hail, O Wadjyt, great young feline. Hail, O Wadjyt, daughter of Ra. Hail, O Wadjyt, in your act of striking. Hail, O Wadjyt, Uraeus of Ra. Hail, O Wadjyt, mistress of the sky. Hail, O Wadjyt, mistress of pay, mistress of depth. Hail, O Wadjyt, mistress of the two lands. Yes, and Zabelin is concerned about his dad, who's dealing with dementia and problems associated with that. So we want to include some prayers for them. Hear us, O Ra, great Lord of Inu, and place your arms of blessing around Zabalin and his dad, or their dad. Let us rejoice in your bounty, and our hearts take joy in your kindness. Tell Neith and Wadjyt to open your ways for them. May you protect them with your strong arm of compassion. For you are the All-Lord, the Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Kepri at dawn, Tomb at dusk. Ra Horaketi as you rule the nine. Alrighty. Hang on. We come unto you, O Ra, as Djehuty comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. Truly, your Aeneid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. The spet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Djehuty, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Alrighty. Yeah, somebody's saying they want a sonic shower from Star Trek.
I wouldn't mind one of those myself.
I don't know. There's something soothing about warm water.
I mean, yeah, but if it made things easier for those of us with accessibility issues.
Yeah. But 2 words: space bridge.
No. I do not want a space bridge shower.
No, I'm not talking about a shower, but just the space bridge. That would be interesting.
No.
Of course, you want to talk about energy sink. But, okay. Last week when we did fortunes, we had one that said, be a role model. The younger are watching. Now, what's interesting is our little wisdom text that we pulled. The way it was printed is make haste and take to yourself the word of Horus to be at peace through it. Well, I went and I checked another translation because that comes from the pyramid text. Another way to put it: hasten and receive Horus's speech and become content with it. But be at peace with it. And the context is this is actually from a series of utterances where someone who's officiating on behalf of the dead king is acting as Horus for his father. And so it's saying, hasten and receive, what Horus, says to you and be at peace with it. So overall, that suggests that there's some kind of a message that we should be paying attention to. That's going to be coming from Horus. That was for last week. Now we can see what Djehuty and Wadjyt might have to add to that for this week. So anyone who's tuning in after the fact, of course, this is for you as well. You will lead a rich and successful life. That's the fortune. You will lead a rich and successful life.
If any of y'all manage that, send some this way, would you?
Hey, success isn't always about money, but to say rich and successful, that sounds like the best of both worlds. So I think that's some encouragement. Certainly something we all need to hear. Huh?
The temperature is dropping.
Yeah, well, that's why I went ahead and I got, everything set up in the fireplace now, because
I can feel it.
Yeah, but we're already prepared. Oh, and I tell you what, since because I'm seeing some cookie and scroll icons, so we're going to do those. But something else that I can show, because I at the start of the broadcast, I was kind of talking a little bit, in case anyone missed, about simple things that you can do to prepare anytime there's, that there's, inclement weather on the way, and this can apply for anyone, anywhere. The basic mundane things like getting your housework done so that you won't have dishes in the sink and clothes waiting to be washed and there's no power or no water. Little things like that, making sure the place is clean, makes life easier if you're suddenly having to deal with, circumstances you normally wouldn't. But something that I started doing, and this is a way to be prepared and have a little fun at the same time, is this is it's a grape juice bottle actually, but I stuffed it with fairy lights, and so put that on, and now it is, like a little, almost like a nightlight. See, I have other lights on right now, but if I were to turn them all out and you just had this, it would actually be fairly bright. And so I actually made sconces for a couple of them, and so I have them at different places in the hallway and whatnot. And I set the switches down where Darren can reach them too. So if the power goes out, that would drive us crazy. But and you can get like a pack of 2 fairy lights like this for, I think it was like $8, $8 or $9. Online. They're really cheap, and they make them for, I don't know, glow parties and things like that. But it's also really handy for, if the power goes out, because 2 or 3 AA batteries and you're good to go, and they last for a decent while. I know that when the power was out for 4 days a couple of years ago, I only had 2 of them, but we were using them. I set them down the hallway to, make it so that we could see going down the hall. So each time you have something like that, where there's some kind of a minor event, or maybe not so minor, take lessons from it, apply it to the next one. So, well, I ran out of water. We needed more than we had the last time, so focus on that for the next time. And that's one way to make sure that you're better for it. So let's draw our wisdom text for everyone, and then I'll pick up with the icons that I'm seeing there. Are those for Okay, yeah, that's from Discord. Oh, and a wolf, -12 with wind chill where you're at. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Wolf, I remember you were saying that you guys were talking about moving. Because you're not going to be able to stay where you're at. You can always come down here or look into New Mexico because that might be a fun place for us all to eventually converge. And I think the weather out there is decent if you're not like really up high in the mountains right now. But okay, our wisdom text, and this is for everyone. Compassion is a man's monument throughout the years which follow his tenure of office. Compassion is man's monument throughout the years that follow his tenure of office. So, in other words, this is speaking to someone and saying, well, you know, if you're going to be an official and, you know, serve the king, the thing that's going to follow you and that people will remember you by long after you're retired from being, you know, a civil servant is the compassion that you have. So doing good now is what builds a good life for you throughout the rest of it. So that is our fortune and our wisdom text. And I'm seeing lots of stuff coming up here, so I'm gonna have to slow down the chat a bit. Oh yeah, Rebecca said I put fairy lights in a frosted candle jar with a lid. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Darren was wanting to do something similar, and I think what we settled on was whenever that day comes that we finish that fifth, we'll use that one.
Half a gallon?
Okay. Oh, so it's a
half gallon.
Okay, it's a half gallon of Jim Beam honey, but that's going to take us probably a couple of years.
Well, I mean, we still got half of a half gallon.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is,
on top of the other.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that it takes us a very long time because we don't drink very much.
Right.
You know, the most we drank, I think, was during the pandemic, but that was every couple of weeks we'd have something. So, you know, we're not, you know, we're not wild and crazy around here.
That we save that for when we're sober.
Well, you
so
know,
we can remember it.
Exactly, I was about to say. Yeah, and putting blankets over doors and windows. I tell you something else. I'd set up like curtains in the carport, and I tell you what, just curtains improvised from bed sheets makes a tremendous difference, keeping it, you know, not quite so cold or hot in the summertime in the carport. So, yeah. Okay, Rabbit Sage, but I do like the mountains. Yes, the mountains are awesome, but they look. Oh. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna pick up. Since we got some Discord requests, we're gonna do those. And then I tell you what, Yamano, I'll after we do those, I'm gonna pull one for you, and then we're gonna pick up with Spicy Phoenix.
All right.
So starting with that, we had a request for wisdom text from Rabbit, Prism, and San. So we'll start with Rabbit.
So he won't get up in there.
Okay, for Rabbit. More important are the hissings of the snake than the brayings of the donkey. More important are the hissings of the snake than the brayings of the donkey.
Considering who's on the altar right now.
Yeah, but I think the message with that is pay attention to subtle. Because a donkey braying, that's loud, that's, you know, kind of in your face. But the hissings of a snake, you can miss that. But pay attention. It's the subtle things. So for rabbit, more important are the hissings of the snake than the brayings of the donkey. All right, and so that was for rabbit. Next is for prism. Oh, this is an interesting one. This comes from the instructions of Ankh Shashank. Take dung, take manure, but do not make an occupation of scavenging.
There's some wisdom in that.
Yes, take dung, take manure, but do not make an occupation of scavenging.
Do you know why?
Okay, interpret this one for us.
Take dung, take manure. Those fertilize things.
Uh-huh.
But don't make an occupation of scavenging other people's trash. It's trash. Build something of your own. Because think about it. The dung and the manure, they fertilize things for new things to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Don't scavenge. Produce some fruit of your own.
Well, that and also, the dung and all that, that's seasonal. You do that in its time, but don't do it all the time. Don't make that your life.
Right.
So I think the message: do something when it's necessary, do something when it's constructive, but don't make that your life. Don't build your life around other people's trash. But that was for prism, and Okay, and Tim was saying, it reminds me of the 400 rabbit gods from Aztec mythology, drunken galore. Wow. Yeah. So, okay, so let's get San, and then we'll do our cookies. So, and Indiana is stirring. She's probably wanting to know what we're doing. Okay, so for San. Do not turn people away from crossing the river when you have room in your ferry boat. Do not turn people away from crossing the river when you have room in your ferry boat. Okay. And so we'll do our cookies. And those are for Molly Malk, Ray, and B.
Cookies. That'd be nice.
Are you hungry for cookies?
Yeah.
Well, we have some stash. That's another wise thing to do, and it's something that I don't advise frequently, but I think in this case it's well placed. If you have the opportunities to put aside a little something, if there are buy one get one sales on things that you like and that you use at the store, get a little something to put away, because when you have weather where you might be stuck for a while or things like that going on, it's a good way to build up and put things by as insurance against later. So for Molly Mount, your success will be marked by personal growth. Your success will be marked by personal growth. That's from Molly Mount.
Molly, that doesn't mean it's smooth sailing. That means it might be rough, but hang in there.
Yeah.
Rough seas are never permanent.
That's from Molly. Next is Ray. Oh. Ray got voicemail. So here's the first one. I'll go ahead and So for Ray, the first one, prioritize self-care to nurture your mental well-being. Prioritize self-care to nurture your mental well-being. And the next one, the month of June will be filled with laughter and fun. The month of June will be filled with laughter and fun. So that's for Ray. So yeah, prioritize self-care now, and you're going to have a good time this summer. So, is she in the plants, you think?
I would think so. Because that kind of joy can't be had to the food bowl because I didn't put any mealworms in there.
Yeah, she has our duck has a particular croon that she hits when she starts eating dirt out of the plants, out of the potted plants. Sounds like she found him again. But yes, for Ray, prioritize self-care to nurture your mental well-being. The month of June will be filled with laughter and fun. So that's for Ray. And the next one is B. Okay. Yeah, folks are getting voicemail. Don't worry, I've got another bag of them here, so we've got some supplies. Okay, so for B, success is a journey, and hard work is the path to follow. Success is a journey, and hard work is the path to follow. Now there's a second one here. All right. Your greatest wealth is the love you give freely. Now that's for B. Your greatest wealth is the love you give freely. And success is a journey, and hard work is the path to follow. Very positive, but just you know what to do. So that's for B. Success is a journey, and hard work is the path to follow. Your greatest wealth is the love you give freely. All right, so Yamano, let me pull one for you. Okay. Try. Beware of Ptah, Lord of Ma'at. He does not overlook anyone's misdeed. Avoid uttering his name falsely.
Interesting.
Okay, so what's next? We're going to pick up a Spicy Phoenix, and then a divination system with a wisdom text. But Spicy Phoenix asked for a cookie, and asking from Hathor. If I read that right, yes. So, Lady Hathor. Okay. Spicy Phoenix. Your hard work is coming close to paying off. Your hard work is coming close to paying off. So don't let off the gas yet. It's getting close, but keep at it. So spicy, that was for you. And divination system. Let's see. Do not do what you hate to a man, as to cause another to do it to you. And that's from the instructions of Ankh. Yes, do not do what you hate to a man, as to cause another to do it to you. Which is the ancient Egyptians' equivalent of do unto others, as you would have them do unto you. So if something annoys the crap out of you, don't do it to other people. Okay, so next is Balin, and then a cookie from Aloni asking from Djehuty. So first is Balin. It is important that one should practice the discretion appropriate to the prudent man. And that's from the wisdom of Ptahhotep. It's important that one should practice discretion appropriate to, the wise man, the silent man, the prudent person. Okay, and so Aloni asking from Djehuty. December will bring you love and happiness. December will bring you love and happiness. But I'm also getting a very strong sense, Aloni, you don't have to wait to have love and happiness, until then, but, you're going to get more of it come then. And also, since that's, pretty far out, now's the time to lay the groundwork for good things, to come into fruition at the end of the year. Okay. Yes, weather like this is great for baking, yeah. Okay, Gabriel asking for a wisdom text. And then also sarcastic because we really can't learn my lesson. Okay. So, Gabriel. If you are a leader, take responsibility in the matters entrusted to you, and you will accomplish things of note. That comes from the teachings of Ptahhotep. So, Gabriel, if you are a leader, take responsibility in the matters entrusted to you, and you will accomplish things of note. And guess what? Middle management still means a leader. So, there were lots of ancient Egyptian scribes that were what we would consider middle managers today. Okay, next is sarcastic. Special prayer to Ptahhotep ahead of time. So, yeah. And then next from Mary Wadjyt. So, all right, sarcastic. In the long run, it is Ma'at which endures. And that also comes from the teachings of Ptahhotep. So I think that's a note of reassurance from Ptahhotep for you to remember, especially these days when it's real easy to read read or watch the news or whatever and get riled up about the things that you see. Just remember, in the long run, it is Ma'at which endures. So next is from Mary Wet asking from the Jackals. August will be a time for new beginnings. August will be a time for new beginnings. So Mary Wet. I guess come Lammas Tide will be a time for new beginnings. And now we'll scroll down. See, yes, it'll be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. I actually got that as a fortune in front of the altar for Ishtar, actually. So, all right, from Temir, and okay. Spicy has to dip out. Be back next week. Do I not Twitter? Absolutely. And Gabriel, good night, you guys. Love y'all lots. Got to get up in a couple of hours. We'll see y'all next Friday. Love until then. Absolutely. Lots of love back at you. You take it easy. So okay. So get Temir.
Oh.
Follow your inspirations. They lead to innovation. So Temir, follow your inspirations. They lead to innovation. Alrighty. And if anyone else has any other requests, this is sort of our last call for wisdom, y'all, as we like to put it.
Because it's getting cold in here.
Now, see the vents right up here, but yeah, I can also see we're also close to a window, so
Yeah.
You move a few feet one way or another, and you'll feel the difference. Okay, Rabbit Sage got to head out, and I'm taking the dogs out and play my game for a bit before bed.
So
Awesome.
you let the dogs out. Got it.
Yes, and divination system. Good morning to me and good night to others. All right. Well, I know folks are having to head out. Everyone be safe and well, and lots of love to warm you through the week ahead. And we're going to go ahead and wrap everything up. And thank you as always for joining us. So it's a good thing that we do every week. Put a little good in the world.
And every day we're moving a little closer to spring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really felt as though the ground was trying to say we need the cold in order to rest. So that's a necessary part of it. You can't start to till and work and do those things until it's had time to rest and chill out, quite literally. So, hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Aeneid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset and Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset and Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Asa, Tenacheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wadjyt in Dep endures. As the name of Djehuty and Chomenu endures. As the name of Ra and the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Djehuty, O Wadjyt. You have come in peace, O Yunachuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, O Djehuty, O Wadjyt. May you go forth in peace, O Yunachuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Shotgun Godzilla. Sending you cheese. Off what? Yes. Be warm and safe, or stay cool if you're in the southern hemisphere.
Yes.
Absolutely, because we're freezing up here, but on the flip side, they're roasting. So,
Wherever you are, please be safe and comfortable.
yes,
We love you.
well put. So, lots of love, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And be safe and well. And come see us again next week.
Ujai, everyone.
Yes, Ujai. Big hugs.